Work continued on the 200-megawatt Wuskwatim generating station during the 2009-2010 construction season. A number of key milestones were reached, including the enclosing of the station's powerhouse and service bay, installation and commissioning of the powerhouse crane, and installation of the spillway gates. Located on the Burntwood River in northern Manitoba, Wuskwatim is being developed by the Wuskwatim Power Limited Partnership, a venture between Manitoba Hydro and the Nisitawayasa Cree Nation. Wuskwatim marks the first time a First Nation and Manitoba Hydro have formally partnered to develop a hydroelectric project. The construction season got off to a fast start in the spring of 2009, with the first installation of formwork and reinforcing steel, leading to the start of concrete placement. Reinforcing steel, or rebar, is a critical component of construction, providing structural strength for the concrete. More than 7,000 tons of reinforcing steel will go into Wuskwatim by the time construction is finished. Over the summer of 2009, crews from Hydro's General Civil Works contractor, ONE, worked to build the project's intake structure, service bay, spillway, and powerhouse, placing tens of thousands of cubic meters of concrete. Complex wooden forms built in pieces off-site were moved into position and assembled, allowing crews to place the concrete required to build the complex draft tubes and scroll cases. Concrete for the Wuskwatim project is manufactured at an on-site batch plant, using materials excavated, processed, and stockpiled during earlier phases of construction. A fleet of trucks transport the concrete to the site, where it is poured into a concrete pump and then placed using the pump boom. By mid-August, the majority of structures were taking shape, and work was also progressing on the assembly of other large components for future installation. Concrete placement continued throughout the fall, and by November 2009, a major construction milestone was reached with the installation of the 275-ton overhead powerhouse crane. The crane's 22.8-meter-long bridge beams were slowly moved to the service bay by truck. Two mobile cranes hoisted the beams into position onto the crane rails high above the service bay floor. Workers then installed the wiring, motors, hoists, and other components needed to get the crane into service. With winter approaching, crews were also looking to enclose the powerhouse and service bay.
The focus is on the powerhouse, as you see behind me, is to get this building enclosed, and that's been the whole focus for the last 3-4 months, to get the structural steel up and then to get the cladding on. And the whole reason for that is all these cold climates are extremely cold in the winter time. We'll be down to -30s, -40s, so we want a heated structure so we can keep the concrete going during the winter. There's a whole bunch of concrete inside the structure that we have to do in January, February, March to get ready for Andritz, who's the turbine supplier. He'll come in probably April, and we have to be ready for him. So there's still a big program in the next 3 months as well, even though we're in the heart of winter.
With the powerhouse closed in, concrete placement continued through the winter. By the spring of 2010, significant progress had been made, particularly on the station's draft tubes, scroll cases, intake structure, and spillway. The spillway gates were in place by May, leaving only the hoist housings, motors, cables, and other components to be installed. Getting the spillway completed was a key goal of the construction season, as it will allow the Burntwood River to be diverted through the structure during the summer of 2010. This will allow crews to build Wuskwatim's main dam, connecting the powerhouse to the south shore, finally harnessing the river's flow for hydroelectric production. Building skills capacity and creating employment for Northern residents and First Nations is an important aspect of the Wuskwatim project. As of May 31, 2010, 969 workers were employed on the project. 256 of these workers were Aboriginal, working in a variety of construction and support roles. Since the start of the project, over 42% of all workers have been Aboriginal.
I've been on the project since August 11th, 2006. It's been over 3 years, well, 3 years and counting. Every day is different. You know, one day you'll be out here grading, the next day you'll be at camp, the next day you'll be out on a boat clearing brush. Every day is different. It keeps you on your toes. It makes work fun, you know. Well, the opportunity is here. You just gotta come out and get it. It's not gonna come to you. You gotta take the initiative and want to do something. You've got other projects coming up, such as this, and possibly Kiosk, and there's also the talk of building the road on the east side of Lake Winnipeg. So you know, there's all kinds of opportunity.
The opportunities for employment are here for everyone in all kinds of fields, be it hospitality, security, janitorial, carpenters, ironworkers, you name it, it's here. It's just a matter of getting people properly trained and getting them out here. So for the young people, I would say to stay in school, finish your school, go to your trade school as well. A lot of the people, well, most of the people out here are tradespeople. So stick to college, get it done, for sure.
It has its days that are challenging, and we have majority of the days are really good. We get along good, and we have fun in the shop. We're trying to keep our spirits up, and we have very good leadership here that understand what we do and what. And we come from all backgrounds. We've got the friends and our Newfoundland friends, plus our Cree here. So it's a diverse work environment.
Peak employment on Wuskwatim will continue throughout the summer of 2010, before beginning to decline as the project moves towards completion. Work over the next 12 months will include diverting the Burntwood River through the spillway, building the main earth dam, and continuing installation of the station's 3 turbine generator units and other systems. Wuskwatim's first unit is scheduled to be complete and start generating power in early 2012.